Hello guys, last time I'm pretty sure I left off after some training between Team 7. Sorry if I'm wrong and messing up the story. I was a bit rushed and yeah. So here it goes. Naruto and his team was now gathering in the waiting room for the Chunin exams to start. Looking around, he saw multiple ninja from different villages, including a new village called Takiyakur, which is the sound village. He estimated that based on their name, they'd be most likely using sound techniques, so he will have trouble against them. So he will have to secretly use his technique, a new technique. Naruto saw Gaara, the kid with red hair, and what the Nine Tails called insane raccoon. He confronted him earlier when Gaara made a threat on Naruto's life, saying that when I kill you, I will be finally acknowledged. And the Nine Tails then said, "Damn, the raccoon's still insane these days." However, Naruto picked up something was wrong. Taking a closer look at Gaara's seal, he knew that it wasn't right. Nobody with the right mind would do this unless they weren't skilled enough in the art of sealing. So, the problem wasn't Gaara. It wasn't the one-tailed. It was actually the person who put the seal on. So, when flashback no jutsu. Naruto was talking to Konohamaru when Konohamaru asked him, "Hey, Big Brother Naruto, can we play ninja?" To which Sakura, that came around the corner, laughed at him and said, "Who'll play ninja?" And Naruto said, "Let's see. It builds teamwork, helps your skill in traps. It's basically similar to Ninja Life without the threat of dying." And then Konohamaru, backing up Big Brother Naruto, said, "Yeah, big forehead," and a tick mark appeared on Sakura's forehead and said, "What did you just call me, brat?" Naruto chuckling at this and said, "Konohamaru, you might want to run." When Konohamaru asked why, and he looked at Sakura, he knew instantly what Naruto meant, and he started running as fast as possible with Sakura chasing him. Sakura, since she's being on a diet to keep herself slim and beautiful for Sasuke, anyway, couldn't catch up to Konohamaru. When Konohamaru made a sharp turn around the corner, he crashed into somebody. "You brat, you better watch where you're going," said a man, said Kankuro, who was wearing his face paint. He had something large on his back, strapped with white and some hair sticking out. So, he picked up Konohamaru by his head and started mocking him. Tamari behind Kankuro was like, "Kankuro, you better put him down before you get in trouble. But if you decide not to and you get in trouble, I'm not gonna help you." Kankuro was like, Sure, whatever." Naruto appeared in front of Kankuro and Konohamaru and asked, Would you please put down that boy?" And Kankuro said, "Why should I? He was the one that wasn't watching where he was going." And Naruto retorted with "Same for you. You were walking with your eyes closed. Of course you're gonna get hit." And Kankuro just got pissed and he's like, "What did you just call me? What did you just say?" I said, "It's also your fault." And Kankuro like, "Shut up before I hurt you." And Naruto appeared behind him and held a kunai to his neck, and using a shadow clone, he also took Tamari down as hostage. Like, "I would like to see you try that, you fool," Naruto said, bringing his kunai closer and closer to Kankuro's neck, and then kicked him away. "All right, I'll be going now. And plus, you don't want to make your friend over there angry," Naruto said, pointing at Gaara, who was standing on a tree. Then Gaara was like, "I'm gonna kill you and everybody will acknowledge me." Alright? So, back to the Chunin exams. Naruto was looking at his watch, and when he saw that it was perfectly 11 o'clock a.m. He walked up the stair. He looked back up and saw other people walking up the stairs to go to the first exam room, to which he followed. He was in the last of the line since he was laughing at the people who was trying to get in but can't because it was actually a genjutsu. So out of around 300 students, out of 300 student getting or 100 teams, only 50% got through. So 150 students got through. That's 50 teams. When they sat down in the room waiting for the exam teacher to come, they were talking and stuff, and Kiba, seeing all of them there, like, "Wow, I see the Konoha. Let's see, let me count them all. Konoha 14, since including both Memma and Mito. So I see the Konoha 14s here." And they started chatting amongst each other, talking about training. Until someone with a stern voice said, "Quiet down, everybody. Come here, take a paper, and go back to your seat." And everyone looked up and did just that. So, as they were, and then Ibiki, the guy with the stern voice, said, "My name is Ibiki Morino. I am your test proctor for the first part of the exams. For this exam, you are to answer these 10 questions. And everyone gets the same amount. Your whole team score both count to you." So your entire team's score will be counted as 1, and if more than one person on your team fails, the whole team fails. So, if you are caught cheating, you will lose 2 points out of 10. And we have these eagle-eyed sentinels around the room checking to see who's cheating and who's not, he said, pointing at the several Jonin and Chunin sitting on chairs that were against the walls. Everyone murmured to themselves, and Ibiki then said, "If anyone is caught helping somebody else or talking, you'll also be disqualified." So, while everyone was doing the test, Ten from my guy's team used mirrors to relay messages and help her team get answers. Gara was Gara was there using his sand to create a third eye away from him, copying more answers. Kiba just had Akamaru sit on his head and look around for answers, while Naruto took 6 seconds took 6 seconds to finish the entire test and started sleeping. Ibiki noticed this and yelled, "Naruto! Well, you there in the orange shirt, wake up!" And Naruto ignored that, and then he said, "If you're not gonna answer me, you will fail." Naruto then looked up and said, "What? I already finished the test. I'm just waiting for everybody else." And Ibiki was shocked, along with the rest of the genin. How could he finish it that fast? These questions are above tuning level. More precise, high tuning level. And everyone thought around the same thing. Naruto went back to sleep, and Ibiki was surprised by this kid. Oh, by the way, they still have the same confrontation to Kabuto, except that's gonna be, well, yeah. While Naruto was fake sleeping, he was thinking about the encounter with a guy called Kabuto Yahiko, since something wasn't right. He had these cards of information that had nearly all information about somebody, including some secret details that nobody but Naruto knew. Nobody but Naruto and the Hokage knew, and somehow his cards had the same answer. And Kurama, in his mind, was like, "Yo, kid, that guy smells of snakes. He's sus." So Naruto thought about this a bit more and came to a conclusion. He must be Orochimaru's subordinate for this exam, since he knew that Orochimaru had this connection to snakes and nobody else had in the world, since the snakes that Kabuto smelled of wasn't natural snake. Wasn't any normal snake. So Naruto trying to get Ibiki's attention, finally got his attention, and using hand signs, secret Ambu hand signs, to tell this to Ibiki. Ibiki was, when he saw Naruto's hand movements towards him, he was now even more shocked. First, he finishes this test with ease. Second, he also knows how to do Ambu hand signs. He quickly made a few hand signs to tell Naruto to start over, since he didn't understand he only saw the partially part of the message. And Naruto, using the hand sign, said, "The guy called Kabuto on row 5, seat 6. I think he is Orochimaru's subordinate." And Ibiki replied with, "Are you sure about that? Are you sure?" Using his hand signs, and Naruto replied with, "Yes, he smells of snakes. He smells like snakes and something, and he also has these cards that contain secretive information only known to me and a few other members." And Ibiki nodded, since he knew who Naruto was, and yeah. Like, Ibiki was laughing in the back of his mind, like, everyone discriminates against him, and yet he found information that might potentially save the village. Alright, it's time for the 10th question, Ibiki said, and everybody looked up. It is your choice to answer these questions or not. If you choose not to answer them, you fail. And someone yelled out, then we will obviously all try to answer the question. And then Ibiki said, "However, if you mess up the question, 1, you fail, but not only, you also have to stay as Genin for your entire life. What? That's not fair. Some people here already took their test multiple times, and this is for some of us it's our first time. Kiba yelled out, and Ibiki said, "Too bad. My test, my rules." So, a lot of people started talking amongst their teammates, and lots of people started leaving the room. Naruto looked up. Now Ibiki yelled, "Naruto, get up! It's the 10th question." Naruto slammed up and said, "I don't give up. I'm not gonna give up, and I never will." And Ibiki, looking around the room, seeing that he inspired the other students, he said, "All right, everyone passed. And let me explain." And Naruto cut him off and said, "How about let me explain?" So, how do I say that? The reason behind this test was to see how well we can gather information and transfer it to our team without anyone noticing. So that's why if you cheated, you only lose 2 points. And the last question was to see if you will buckle under the enemy demands. Like if one of your teammates got captured, that was like how you will feel like. Since if you don't rescue your teammate, that's that. But if you try and rescue him or her, if you fail, that it's over. So Ibiki continue on, and Ibiki said the same thing he did in anime. Something about how information is also the most powerful weapon, but misinformation can also be the best catastrophe. While explaining, Ibiki and Naruto noticed a dark figure in the windows, and Naruto noticed this, but he figured Ibiki would take care of it. Ibiki just stepped back, pressing his back against the chalkboard, and the window suddenly broke, and a huge curtain was covered part of the room. The curtain just covered the entire chalkboard, and in front of it stood a woman. I'm your second proctor for the second. I'm your proctor for the second part of the test. My name is Anko Mitarashi. Meet me at training ground in 30 minutes, or you all fail. Naruto watched all of the Genin suddenly hurry out the room, scrambling out the room in order to get to the training field in time, because that training field was pretty far. The training field was actually almost partly outside of the village. Seeing that everybody left, except Ibiki Morino, he quickly body flickered his way towards that training area. So he was sitting in front of the training area when he noticed the nearby dumpling and food stand, and he bought a few dumplings and started eating them, waiting for everyone else. A few minutes after eating, Anko appeared and said, "Hey Brad, it seems like you're already here, and I see you also saw that there's a food stand nearby." Anko went to buy some food and sat next to Naruto, the both of them chatting a bit. Since Anko did know Naruto since birth, except Naruto never knew Anko. Anko took care of Naruto when he was young and that stuff, like a godmother or something. But Naruto doesn't know this. So after eating, they sat there chatting until everyone arrived, and Naruto was like, Oh yeah? Seeing that a lot of people passed? Seeing that people still pass from this forest? Then this forest must be easy. An uncle appeared behind Naruto and said, and tried to cut his cheek and said, kids like you are among the first ones to die. Naruto discreetly activated his Mangekyo Sharingan and used Kamui, so the blade passed right through him, and he turned his Kamui off. Oh, by the way, if you're wondering how he has a Mangekyo, let's just say that he went through enough trauma for him to get the Mangekyo. Let's just say that. I'm sorry if it goes against the actual anime, but I have something called Hashirama cells, and they're known as plot powers, so take that. Anyways, Naruto turned around and like, what happened? And Uncle was a bit puzzled. So was everybody else. Naruto continued eating some more food, and Uncle continued explaining the test. While Choji was there like, oh no! 5 days in the forest without supplies! I'm gonna starve! And yeah, it was a funny sight. Konohamaru came and did the reporting thingy, and then boom, they went into the forest. So everybody went to their respective gates, and Uncle through her speaker and yelled, 3, 2, 1, go! All of the gates opened simultaneously, and Naruto and his team ran in, and the other teams did as well. So this is where I'll be leaving this video. This is where I'll be leaving this part off. Sorry if I cut up a bit, but this time I also didn't plan the part out, except the fact that I was gonna do it for the Chunin exams part 1. So make sure to sub to my channel, like, share this to your friends, and Rocket Boy channel out. Rock it on. Goodbye.